Hi Stampers! Okay, today is August 7th and I thought I would start doing documentation of my new studio. So this is the part of my Stampin Studio that used to be over here. Remember, this is the bathroom, and then right over here used to be where my studio was, where I used to stamp. And we're in the middle of painting. And then also that right there is my old cardstock organizer. Alright, so now we're just going to pan over this way. Okay, so we're going to pan over to the studio part where when we bought this house like almost 4 years ago, this part of the basement was not finished. So we had since put in this area, which you've seen the journey on this whole section part of the classroom part. And there's my cute banner. I love that So then right behind that door right there is my new studio. Let me walk over there. Okay, so this is it. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love being down here. It's seriously a dream come true for me. And my husband did everything. The only thing he did not do was put the counters in. But it's just amazing coming down here. I just love it. Alright, so we're just going to take this section by section and then I'll just kind of put the video together and then we'll just hopefully make a big long video for you to watch the whole thing. Alright, so first we're going to start right here. As soon as you walk in, you're going to see, first of all, my amazing punch board, which is actually 3/4 inch MDF board. And you can buy that at Home Depot. It's actually pretty thick and you have to screw it on the wall, of course. And then the holders for the punch we got from IKEA. So those, I don't remember the name of those, but they're really long. I think these are like the 36 inch. Maybe they're the 48. I don't know. Okay, so there's the punch board. It's been moved. And then this little organizer thing here. Let me back up. Okay, so this was actually an IKEA Expedite storage unit that went with the desk. It was like a 2-piece unit, and that was my stamping desk for many years. And then we had since taken the table down off of the unit, and then my husband was thinking he wanted to turn it sideways and put it underneath that punch board. And so then we wanted to paint it, of course, to match the cabinets. So it was black like this one out here. And I'm sure if you look at my older video of my stamp room, you'll see all these units, and we just recycled them. So we just painted them the ivory color, and we actually sanded them, and then we used a spray paint that was ivory in color, but it also had a primer in it also. So it was like a 2-in-1. And we bought that at Home Depot. So then the little organizers inside of the organizer, I guess you could say the little drawers, let me show you those up close. I bought these all at IKEA and they were an amazing price. Now this is the folder that I take out and I load up everything that I use for making my videos, because I make my videos in a totally different area than my stamp studio. So I just load everything up in here and then I just transport it over to the other room. So you have my stamps and, you know, whatever else I'm using for that video. So that's in that one. And then there's a lot of empty ones. Now, I was debating on whether or not to make this video, only because I just moved in like a couple months ago, and I was telling everybody at convention that I'm still getting used to where everything's at. So you're going to see a lot of empty spaces, but I'm sure over the years I will have that all filled up really nice. Alright, so here's an empty one. And then in here I'm starting, you know, to put my Founder Circle swaps in there. Then in this one I have the pressed clay and the molds. Over here is just a Mod Podge of things, rubber bands, safety pins, extra cutting blades. Then a set of markers, extra adhesive clips, and then we have like our blender pins, our smooch spritz bottles, and then white gel pins in there. Empty, empty. Let's see here. Oh, these are just extra things that I've made. And then in here we have just business-oriented stamps and also the photopolymer stamps. So now the photopolymer, they used to not come in on the DVD cases like they do now, but since Stampin' Up! Is making them, so they're just kind of just floating around. So I just put them in there. These two bins are empty, that one and this one. These down here I also bought at IKEA, and they hold magazines currently. There's another place I store my magazines too. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, but I wanted to show you this. Now my husband, when he was designing this room, he wanted to turn this, because normally this sits up long ways, like vertical, but he wanted to turn it horizontal so I could actually have like a little table to work on when I punch with my punches. So the counter, when it's horizontal like this, it comes to about my midsection. So it's actually pretty perfect. So I put the mat there. All the punching I need to do is right there. But then to turn it on its side, to turn it horizontal, my husband said we needed legs. So if you look really closely, this makes me laugh. Okay, so let me show you up close. Can you see those? Those are paint cans that I just covered with designer paper. And they have the little movers underneath them so they don't scratch the floor when we move them. But my husband drilled those to the bottom of the storage unit. And then the paint cans were covered with designer paper. And there's 4 of them on there. And it works perfectly. And I love it. So then this little basket here holds all my envelopes. Just keep them in there. So it's like a visual reminder when I start getting low, because I mail all my customers thank you notes. So I want to have plenty of envelopes on hand. So I guess that's pretty much it. This is all brand new holiday pre-order stuff, which we're very excited about. So that's it. As soon as you come into my studio, this is the first thing that greets you. So now let's move over just a little bit, and you're going to see this fabulous unit. Now this was also like the black one that we have out in the classroom area that was black. And we painted it the exact same way as we did this one here. The only thing is the inserts I got from Stampin' Storage, which I love, 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 love their products. I could go so crazy in that store. It's just amazing. But these are one unit. You can see it's framed out. And the reason I went with this style is because it holds 8.5 by 11, and then also the 12 by 12, which is right down here. 12 by 12 is right there, and then all the 8.5 by 11. And then another nice thing is that you could actually flip the unit vertical, so you can have the paper going, you know, vertical instead of horizontal. So it's just whatever you prefer. And then I'm still figuring out, like I said, I'm still brand new in my studio, and you know what, over the years, I've been a demonstrator for over 10 years now. So over the years, I've just modge-podged a whole bunch of stuff together, and it's always worked. I just made it work to the best of my ability. So now having all this beautiful organization is just, you know, a little bit to get used to, and I'm just kind of finding my way. So I will definitely make a video later on once I find a brainstorm idea of how I store my scraps. But right now, I'm just putting the little scraps back in with each color. Okay, so then these 2 baskets down here, these are little incentives that I have either for my downline or whoever, maybe a new Stampin' Up demonstrator. They're just like post-it notes with Stampin' Up on them. Pins, chapstick. Then over here, I have, oh my goodness, this is a beautiful drawer. This is all my adhesive and my dimensionals and my 2-way glue pins. This is my little stash. So that goes right in here. Okay, so that's that unit. And then on top, let me show you this here. This is a really cute, just an 8.5 by 11 frame. And I just started putting my pins on that, and it's got a little cork board in there. So I just stick them on there. Just something to put them on display instead of putting in my closet on my smock. Thought that was a really cute idea. And then over here is when I did a convention presentation with Donna Griffith. I love her. And then up here, I always like to keep this picture here. I don't know, if you've seen this on my blog, you'll know exactly what this is. This was my Stampin' Studio like 10 years ago. And this room was actually a dream come true too, because I had just started stamping. And like many of you, I started stamping on my kitchen table. And then when dinner time came, I had to, you know, clean off the table, put everything away. So everything was pretty much in those little plastic containers. And then we decided to make part of the basement downstairs at my other house, you know, my little stamp room. And it was a dream come true at that time. And now I look at what I have now, and it's just amazing. I never thought it would be as perfect as it is right now, but I loved it then too. See my printer, my dyno, my 2 monitors. My husband got me hooked on that. And let's start up here in this corner. We have, this is a cabinet. It's got a little basket up here, which I think just has a little mixture of a few things. Then I have my scale for shipping. Okay, so then in this cabinet I have my computer paper right here. Then I have my labels, and what else do I have up there? I think my sheet protectors, or just, you know, pretty much computer stuff. And then up there holds my envelopes, which are like right there and right there for the mini catalogs that I ship out. And then this little tray here is holding the mailings that I gotta mail out. And then this under here is for my team that's coming to the house for the retreat that we're having. So I made up folders. And then let's scan over here. This is a shelf that just holds lots of pretty things. I love it. Then the cabinet up above holds garbage bags. I'm kind of going fast through this because there's really not too much over here. Then up here, the stamp sets that used to be in the plastic containers. I know most of you remember those, but now they're in the little DVD cases, which are really, really super nice. Everything's labeled on the outside of the case. Anyway, those are the ones that I have left. And then over to the left is just another container that I haven't got pretty much anything in it. It's just up there in case I need to put something in there. Okay, so then we'll scan down here. Let me sit at my desk here and I'll show you what's in these drawers here. Okay, so this top drawer is pretty much my stapler, my scissors, and post-it notes, highlighters, whiteout, yep, staplers, here, staples, purple ones, and then scissors, yep, so that's pretty much that drawer. This drawer is my customer drawer. I have my thank you notes here with the FSM tokens, and then pins and my business cards. Then down here, we have my list for my mailing for the holiday catalog that I had Stampin' Up ship. And then over here, this corner is all the videos that I've made that I have to file away with all the measurements and stuff that I used for that video. And then these are just items that people have paid me to ship out. And then this is a box of the manila folders. This is what I keep all my receipts in for right now. Okay, so then that's that drawer. Then the center drawer here, I have my current catalogs, which is the holiday catalog and then the full-size catalog right there. Lots of post-it notes. I like taking notes. Every time I see something, I jot it down. And then, of course, my ink pad for stamping my thank you notes with the receipt. Another pair of scissors and just a couple pens handy with highlighter. And then also my envelopes are all set to be mailed out with my calculators there. Okay, so then that's the center drawer. Okay, so then we have, you know, my desk right here. And what's nice about these monitors is that they can turn. Here, let me show you. They can turn. So when I'm stamping, I can actually turn the monitor to face me if there's something that I want to see or watch. Yeah, so that's pretty much really awesome. And then above that, I have some lighting underneath my cabinets that my husband did for me. Love that. Okay, so then over here to the left of my computer desk, this is like a must-have that I really didn't think too much about it when we had ordered the cabinets, but it's my trash can, and it's between my computer desk and my craft table. And then right here, you're going to see this little bucket, which when we bought it, when we had it made, I really didn't know what I was going to do with this, but it's perfect for my sponges. It's just a really quick way to grab my sponges, and they're all labeled. You know, Wisteria Wonder, Old Olive. This looks like it's soft suede, but yep. So my sponges are right there. For the most part, the cabinet is closed, but when I need to, you know, dump some stuff, I just take it on my counter and I swipe it and dump it in. It's really, really awesome. I love that drawer. I think that's probably my most favorite drawer out of the whole cabinets. Okay, so now we're going to scoot on over to where the magic happens. Okay, so let's stop here. Let me zoom out here. Okay, so this is the in-between. So right above my trash can here, let me show you. This is a shelf. This actually was a 3-shelf unit when I bought it from Stampin' Studio. There was not enough space for it because the shelves were too high. So my husband cut it down. And let me just span over here really quick. So the bottom section of the shelf is actually over there, holding my selfie printer. But anyway, so this shelf right here holds the most current new stamp sets. So currently it's the holiday catalog items, the stamp sets that I've got so far. And then on the very bottom here are the stamp sets that I'm using currently. And then right here is the bucket for my thank you notes. I have everything in here that I use for my thank you notes. So I just keep that handy, stock that up when I'm ready to make some thank you notes. And then up above here are all my stamp sets, and they're the wood mount and the clear mount. Let me actually zoom back out here. The current stamp sets that are available right now in the catalog are right there, and I love it. I can shut the doors and hide it, but yet I can have everything right at my fingertips when I, want to look for a stamp set. And like I was explaining to you over here in that drawer with my older style cases, let me show you here, which is nice with the DVD cases. They're all labeled on the spine, and then they also have the images of the stamps. So it just at a quick glance, if I'm looking for like a verbiage or something to punch out, I can just quickly give this a glance and I can see exactly what I have, and I love it. I love this system a lot. Alright, so let's close this up. Okay, so now let's go over here. This is probably my most favorite thing that I've gotten from Stampin' Storage, besides my paper organizer. But this was, let me show you what I used to use. Let me spin over here. This was my ink caddy for many, many years, and I absolutely love that too. And it spins, and I'm still using it because I do like it. But this one is really, really nice because everything is right in my face, and I can just grab it. It's just like within arm's reach of my desk. Because see, I sit here, and it's just right in front of my face. I love it. And then right above that is a little 2-tier shelf that we got from Stampin' Storage also. And let me zoom in here. Now this is just a little catch-all place for right now. I have a couple of the punches that I'm using right now. Of course, the glitter. And then some crystal effects, my multi-purpose glue, the Stampin' Spray Mist, the Stays-On cleaner, and then of course my container of glitter. And then over here, right next to my combo collection for my ink pad, marker, and the refill, I have the marker nook, which is holding all the new Stampin' blendability. Okay, so now let's look at the drawers over here really quick. So now this is a mat, a clear mat that I bought at IKEA, and it's really nice. It just grips kind of everything that sits on there. It's not rolling off, and I also have one over there on my computer desk. And then the center drawer here, this is everything that I work with pretty much on a daily basis. I have my paper piercing tool, my white gel pen, of course my paper snips, and then adhesive. I had a question asked on YouTube how much adhesive I go through, and really there's no way I could track that because like you can see I have multiple snail in my drawer. So, but if I had one, I would be able to track it. But whatever's one is in my drawer, I just grab it. So there's really no way to calculate how much adhesive I go through. And then, of course, I have a few of the blocks that I use. Scissors, dimensional, sticky strip, a ruler, the fast fuse, glue dots. Yep, so this drawer is pretty much, oh, my bone folder too, that's a must. Bone folder, love that. So that's pretty much it in the center drawer. This is the drawer that I get into every single day. Then a drawer over here to the left. This is a little of everything that's in this drawer, but in a main area that holds everything. So I have my clear blocks over here. Then I have a stapler. I have, you know, like my fringe scissors, more glue dots, the aqua painters. Yeah, so just a little bit extra, more stuff like my blender pins, a couple Sharpies. Yeah, so that's pretty much it in that drawer. Then this drawer has like my initial stamps, extra blocks that I have, the markers, and my piercing mat with extra adhesive for the fast fuse, sponge daubers, sticky strip. Like I said, this is pretty much a lot of extra stuff that comes from the center drawer and some glue dots in the back there. Okay, so then the very bottom drawer, this is the fun drawer. These are my markers. I have them also an extra set here. Markers. And it's nice, it comes in the case. So I just store them here because I use my markers quite often. Then these two cases here, let me show you what's inside here. This is my extra dimensionals. I don't know if that's going to show up in the video, but I put all my extra sides that I've used up in the center. I just keep all the sides because I will use them on a project. Then these hold my basic rhinestones and the pearls and also the candy dots. So I have all those in there. So those are one location for those in the bottom drawer. Then I have like all my cleaning stuff down here. I have my Stampin' Mist refill, you know, my shimmer paint, which we don't sell anymore, but the shimmer mist we used to put in the bottle. I still love that stuff. And some baby wipes, my brayers. That's pretty much it in that drawer. Okay, so now let's scan up here really quick. So we have another shelf like that one over there that holds a lot of pretty stuff. And this is another one of my favorite things that I bought from Stampin' Storage. Love them! And this is a ribbon organizer, which you can see I probably need to invest in another one. Then these back here that hold the card, let me show you. These are just little blocks to have the card stand up higher than the ribbon organizer. So it just stands up like that. Okay, so that's the ribbon organizer. And it's nice because you can just pull the ribbon from here and cut, and it doesn't come out. You don't have to remove ribbon to get to a certain color. If it runs out, it's perfect. Okay, so now let's go up above. More extra space that really doesn't have much of anything in it. There's a basket and a couple of my MDS albums. And then over here is a bunch of extras. Like this is an extra paper or garbage can that we got from Stampin' Up. A couple extra of those and some cans. Yep. And then over here, this one, let's see what's in here. This is a little scissor trolley thing, I guess you can call it that. It just spins. It holds the scissors. So I have a couple extra items on that. So I'll just put this up here. Okay. And that's it for that drawer. Now the corner cabinet here really just holds my grid paper and some bubble wrap. That's another curio thing that you can just put stuff in. Yep. Okay. And then this cabinet over here is my Project Life. So excited about that line. Stampin' Up is starting to sell it. It's fabulous. And then up here I have my little garbage cans that I put on the table for my clubs. And I believe that little drawer there is empty. And those are just extra projects that I got at Stampin' Up events.